I've done some digging and realized that I avoid and run from everything in life, no matter how big or small. I could be waking up, brushing teeth, but no, I have to scroll or smoke. I need to take action. I know I'm the only one that could change it, but I don't know what's next. Okay, boom. I'm going to go with Rich TV because he started with his list. Like I said, you want to change your life in 24 hours? Boom. So listen. So Rich, this is the thing. The next thing you can do is make a to-do list for tomorrow. Now, once you make your list, right, you want to change it 24 hours, put all your problems in front of you. Now you're going to go to the dreamer phase. You're going to get in your dreamer. You got to get delusional for a second, right? Now, this is not like, oh, I'm not smoking anymore. I have a big penthouse. I'm rich, right? All types of shit like that. Nigga got kid allegations. Who has kid allegations, bro? Who? Yo, let's slow down. We'll look at the Discord later. I'm locked in right now, right? So the next thing you want to do is you want to instantly go into dreamer phase. Dreamer phase for me, I'm going to give you an example. Dreamer phase is you've dealt with all these problems. What does your life look like? Are you going to the gym? Are you meal prepping? Are you posting the content that you've been wanting to post? Are you in school again? Like, did you re-enroll in college? Is your GPA higher? Right? Like, this is where you look at, so you listed all your problems because you're dealing with the negative outcomes of how you're living. And then you want to put yourself in a position, what are the positive outcomes of my life? Like, you know what I'm saying? You want to, what are these things? What can be replaced? Like, what can replace these problems, right? If you're waking up and scrolling, what else would you be waking up and doing, right? Would you read for 15 minutes? Would you read for 30 minutes? Would you instantly go to the gym? You know what I found out during the Hard 75? I found out if I like going to the gym before I even fucking eat makes it so much easier to go than if I wait till later or I scroll a little bit, read a book. No. I started, nigga, it got so bad. Like, in order to stay like that, I used to wake up, walk my dog, and go straight from the gym with my same shoes as I had on when I walked them. Like, instantly. I can't even give myself time to think. Like, I'm gonna wake up at the gym, my nigga. I'm gonna wake up when I get there, genuinely. And that has helped me be so much more productive and consistent at that time. So, you start looking at, all right, what does it look like if I'm grinding, right? So you start with that because guess what? You're gonna wake up the next morning and that's gonna be your first opportunity to make the shift. That next morning you wake up is gonna be the first opportunity. This is so important right now. It's not the only opportunity to change your life, but it's the first one. Because now it's a tug of war going on in your head. Now, guess what? You got to give yourself grace. You got to be forgiving. You got to be accepting a little bit. You know why? Because a lot of people are going to try to motivate you and say, yeah, you got to go cold turkey. You got to get rid of everything. And everything is just all your bad habits are just going to be gone in 1 second. It don't work like that, bro. You know what it works like? It's like shedding. It's like one piece falls off and then the other piece falls off. And then the other piece fall it's like almost like taking apart like a fucking Lego doll. Like the arm snaps off, then this arm snaps off, then the leg snaps off, then the foot, then the shoulder, then the chest. Like that's how changing your life looks like. It's not like just everything just falls off altogether and you just have a new life. It doesn't work like that. One thing, you might cancel your PlayStation Plus subscription. You might cancel all your Netflix subscriptions. You know, you might fucking then 2 weeks later, 3 weeks later, you fucking stop ordering food. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm telling you, it's like a segment. Like, the segments start stacking. You know what I'm saying? You don't just break everything down at one time. But that next morning, now you put all your problems in front of you, you got your little ideal life, you know what your new good habits could be. That next morning, I'm telling you, it's going to be the tug of war. There are a lot of tug of war moments. This is when, like I said earlier, those key parts of your day are going to start making sense. Now that this tug of war has begun, you're going to lose the tug of war, you're going to win sometimes. Prime example, if you used to wake up and smoke instantly and scroll, you're going to wake up, the first thing on your mind, you're going to look at your phone and you're going to be like,
next time make it 20, but
do I want to scroll again?
I know you barely had that.
Polly donated $5. Have you ever had the issue of maintaining a high frequency? I find myself trying to get into that mode, but it's not something I can force.
This relates to that. This relates to that, by the way. But that tug of war is going to start. It's going to start immediately. It's going to start immediately. Boom. Right? It's going to start immediately. Boom. So one thought is going to pull you to your old habits. It's going to say, damn, I'm going to just grab my phone, scroll, check people's stories and all that. And then now you got a new voice. You got a new voice on the other side of your tug of war. See, it's hard to change when you don't know all your problems. It's hard to change when you haven't come up with what you should be doing, right? Because now you're trying to ask yourself to change, but nothing specific. Change what? By doing what? Like you have no clarity. It's so vague that it's hard for your body and your mind and your whole soul to get behind the changing because you don't know what. Like you haven't given yourself a what. Yes, you have a why, right? Oh, I have to change because my life sucks. Okay, you have the why, but you don't have the what and you don't have the how. So when you list all your problems, that's the what. This is what needs to stop. This is what needs to change. This is what sucks about my life. And then the how comes in that planning phase. Like I said, when you start listing what your ideal life looks like, right? Do I wake up instead of smoking? Do I go to the gym? So now that's the how. And the how, this is a lot even more planning, right? This first phase, you're not even really changing nothing. You're just coming up with ideas and you're writing shit down. Now, what's going to be different from the times you tried to change before is you're going to get so specific that it's so hard, that it's hard not to change. Let me get an example. Let me show you. You know what? If y'all give me a second, chat, I'm gonna go, damn, I gotta rip these bitches off my walls. You know what? Are they in my files? Maybe I could just rip it off my, all right, let me give you an example. But I could rip it, yo, chat, if y'all sit here for 30 seconds, I gotta run upstairs, go grab some. No, actually, I'm gonna run in my room and rip that one off the wall. Watch this. Watch this. I'm gonna get on these things, bro. Bro, listen, this is a perfect example. So when I was starting the Hard 75, right? Mind you, this shit was made by ChatGPT, and I just printed it out by asking ChatGPT questions and giving it prompts. Hold on, I gotta turn the brightness down for it for y'all to like literally see it. Boom, it says Hard 75 lean bulk weekly workout routine, right? I don't know why this shit is like. Oh wait, y'all got ads? Or I'm gonna just wait then. Listen, I'm telling you, bro. This is how cringe you gotta get, bro. This is a perfect example of this third part of the planning out process I'm talking about. Hold on, I'm gonna get some dates real quick while we say here. Hold on, chat. Bro, I haven't even been reading in the chat in a second because I was focused on Rich TV's John, his message. Take a picture and send it to yourself. You know, that's so smart. That's actually so smart. Shit blurry. Why my camera blurry? I'm gonna do that. I'm like holding it up to my screen like I'm a caveman. Somebody let me know when the ads is done. Can you drop that in the Discord? You know what I was gonna do? But I was gonna take too much digging on stream. I was gonna find the file I used to print this from. That's how I was going, like, but I was like, I'm not feel like digging for that shit. I'm like, I already know I have it printed out on my wall. So hold on. I'm gonna just send these pictures to myself. That'd be the easiest way to actually put it on the screen. Let me pull up Instagram. Am I not logged in? What? Oh, wrong browser. Hold on, chat. I'm pulling these pictures. I'm gonna show you a prime example of what I'm talking about. I can show you better. I can tell you. All right, boom, and then boom. All right, ads done. Ads good. Are the ads good? Going to Diamond Gym for real? Now I'm meeting up with a supporter tomorrow at his gym. We're having a training session. We're having a workout session. Go ahead and take your lunch break. Shut your bitch ass up. Don't start that shit. I ain't gonna lie, gang. You can, ChatGPT is actually so crazy, and there's a lot of controversy on AI and a lot of the bad things they be doing, honestly. Which I'm gonna pay respect to that first as well. But gang, it will remember what you said and get even more specific, and it will ask you questions, and it will ask you to say low lighting, low key chill. Fuck it then. It'll ask you even more what to do next. Oh, would you like a weekly breakdown of this? Would you like an hourly breakdown? Would you like meals to go along with your workouts? It's like, God damn, no, 20 minutes, and I knew everything I was gonna do for every day of my hard 75. And I have to use this as an example because, like, this is a prime example of that. Okay, are the ads done? If the ads are done, I'm gonna share my screen and show y'all what I was talking about. So look. Boom. This is AI. Like, I didn't type this. This AI put this together and I just printed it out. So 75 hard, master daily. I don't know why I put master, but master daily and hourly schedule. Now, I'm going to give you a prime example, right? You put all your problems in front of you, right? Number 2, you groomed yourself, whatever. Number 3, you thought of your ideal life, right? You start being a dreamer. Like, what would I be doing instead of the life I'm living now? Like, instead of waking up and smoking weed, or waking up and scrolling, or instead of beating my meat, the last thing I do at night, what would I be doing instead? Like, what can I do? Like, what are my options, right? Once you figure that out, like I said, the reason that's important is the same reason this is important. This hourly schedule. I did not stick to this hourly schedule. I didn't. But I needed something to refer to or give me an escape, right? Because when my old habits were calling me, when my distractions were calling me, when all the bullshit ideas I was used to having or the bad life I was used to living, you need an escape. What can I do instead? Right? What are my options? Give yourself options. You need a template. You need something. Because if you're going to say, oh, I shouldn't be waking up and doom scrolling, well, your mind is going to say, well, what can we do? And then you're going to say, well, I don't know. And then say, well, let's do what we normally do then. Fuck it. And then you're just going to be back scrolling again. That's it. That's why you can't break habits, because you didn't give yourself a life to walk into. And again, like I said, your life's not going to just instantly change. You're going to slowly break off certain elements of your last life. Like, I might have started the hard 75, but Chad, I just canceled my subscriptions to like Netflix and all that shit last week. I was like, that's literally one of the most recent things I changed. I canceled gaming subscriptions and shit last week. Like, so the hard 75 might have started 75 or it's probably 100 days now, but there's shit I've just changed that has just helped me stay more productive and stay more focused last week. So when you're changing your life and you're walking into being more productive, don't ever neglect what can randomly be helpful or useful to you in trying to improve. But again, boom, I'm moving to my next one. Hard 75 lean bulk weekly routine. This one actually helped me a lot more than the hourly schedule. I'm glad I had the hourly schedule because it gave me a sort of mentality towards like what I could and should be doing at a certain time of the day. Boom. You zoom in here. I knew this helped so much because I knew what days I was going to work certain areas of my body. So the reason that you want to go through that planning phase and get so specific is because being specific is how you stay consistent. Having clarity is how you stay consistent, right? Because there are going to be a lot of emotions, a lot of distractions, a lot of inconsistency in how you feel and how your energy is and how your vibration is up, your self-esteem. A lot of that is going to be inconsistent. But when there's clarity and when there's specificity in your plan to the letter, like if your plan is get my body right and you're this specific, your days for your workouts are broken down. The workout details, you see this section? Workout details, bench press. I know exactly what workouts I have to do, how many reps I'm going to do. I'm just using the gym as an example. You could use this with like improving drawing, right? Day 1 could be drawing bodies. Day 2 could be like you have a weekly plan. But the more specific your plan is, the harder it is to be inconsistent because you don't even have to think. You don't even have to think. There's no confusion. And like I said, when that tug of war is happening, when your old habits are pulling you this way, now you have somebody on the other side of that rope. You have a strong person on the other side of that rope to pull over there. Now, plugs can touch this. Plugs can post this and touch this. It don't matter. You know what I'm saying? This is not, like, if I were to make a YouTube video on this, I would have to, like, write a script and make it more specific so I could explain all this in, like, 30 minutes. We've been yapping for, like, an hour on this. So, look. This being specific, I would wake up on days, I'm not even thinking. I'm just going to the gym. I'm checking this list when I get there, and I'm like, okay, this is what I got to do. I'm like, there's no confusion. Being specific helped me stay consistent because it just takes all the work off your brain and it just allows your body to move. Boom. So when your old habits, because guess what, your old habits and all the bullshit that you're doing now that you don't like all that about your life, that's ruining your life and draining your energy, it's specific. You know exactly what you're going to see when you open Twitter. You know exactly when you go to your Explore page, it's going to be some fat asses, some titties, and some distractions. You know exactly when you go to Netflix, they're going to have a couple shows for you to watch. You know exactly when you open your phone, you're going to have a TikTok, and when you scroll, there's going to be another TikTok that you find interesting. And if the next one's not interesting, maybe 2 posts down the line, you're going to find something interesting. So that's why you're able to be consistent, because there's promises there. There's specific, there's clarity there. That clarity brings you back to it. The same way with your new habits, clarity is going to bring you consistency. It's going to bring you consistency because you know what to expect. Nothing that is mentally taxing is going to allow us to be consistent with it. It's the clarity. I know exactly what I'm going to do, when I'm going to do it, for how long I'm going to do it. Do I know? Now, for me, chat, me personally, I'm not a hour by hour. I'm not a time blocker. Like that's not me. For me, you are the great. I appreciate it too much. Yo.
Here, damn.
Yo, don't throw a sub at me, bro. Chat, should I keep the lighting low or should I raise it back up? Yeah, I don't know. Like I said though. Yeah, let me know. Let me know some shit y'all got on y'all list or things or thoughts y'all having, where y'all think y'all have blocks on the road. Cause I went through this phase and this change prep shit multiple times and going through it. And now I have so much new experience through it that's why I genuinely feel like it's gonna be so easy to be consistent this year. Like I genuinely feel like I figured this shit out. Like not for the rest of my life. I don't know what my next big lesson is gonna be or my next small lesson is gonna be, but as far as like grinding, and I'm even way better positioned to grind now than I even was in 2021. Because 2021, I was just going off of just straight hunger. Like I was broke as shit. Like it was either that or go back to school. You feel me? But now I have structure along with the hunger. Like I'm hungry. I have new goals. There's genuinely shit I want.